There's been a significant breakthrough in the fight against motor neuron disease, with Australian researchers discovering the gene responsible.
Patients with the nerve-wasting condition gradually lose their ability to move, eat, drink and even breathe. The team from the Anzac Research Institute at Sydney's Concord Hospital found that sufferers have an abnormal gene which causes a poison that destroys motor neurons.
Well, joining us now in the studio is Professor Garth Nicholson, who's on the research team which has made this breakthrough. Professor Nicholson, appreciate you joining us today firstly. Now, what does this mean for sufferers of motor neuron disease?
It raises the possibility that we've got a target to treat. I just need to correct the impression from the introduction that we found this gene abnormality in very rare families with motor neuron disease who have been kind enough to help us. But we have found that this gene has wide applicability to the rest of the more common form of motor neuron disease that affects single patients and doesn't affect families. It's not a gene abnormality in them. But in those patients, if you look at their dying and sick motor neuron cells, you see an accumulation of this very same protein, but it hasn't got the gene abnormality. Now, this accumulation might be the fire that's causing the disease. It's giving us a target to aim a treatment at.
Is it something that sufferers can feel really positive about? Is it only for those who've been diagnosed early, or can it may potentially help others as well?
It raises the hope of treatment. And, of course, that's what people want to know with motor neuron disease. They want a treatment right now. But unfortunately, this is cell biology. Cell biology, to understand exactly what's going wrong in these cells, could take many years, or it could be tomorrow that we suddenly find that a known drug actually fixes this. But it certainly raised the hope that that might happen, because this news is worldwide, and people around the world I know are working on it.
So can you put in perspective how significant this discovery is?
This is like predicting the future. We'll only know in retrospect. But it's a little bit like the story in Alzheimer's disease, when the rare patients with Alzheimer's disease that ran in families, it was found that they had a protein abnormality which all the forms of treatment are now being aimed at.
Okay, so what's the next step now for your research team?
We need to know exactly what this bad protein, when it's behaving like this, why it behaves badly, and can we make it behave the way we want it to behave, that is, to behave normally. So we want to know what's turning it on. And is there something in the environment that's turning it on? Or is it another gene that's turning it on? Can we regulate it and turn it down? And that's all within the realms of possibility.
And Professor, is this the type of discovery that now will lead research around the world, that other researchers will pick up and start working on?
As I can guarantee, because we know colleagues at Washington University last Sunday found another such family with this gene abnormality. And I know of other places around the world that other families have been found. But I can say for the majority of patients with motor neuron disease, where there's only a single affected person in the family, we've only found 2 in 200 families, 2 in 400 families to have this gene abnormality. So it really doesn't contribute to the sporadic form. It might be like the tip of the iceberg. It might be just in some people this gene abnormality can cause the disease.
Well, Professor, we do appreciate you joining us today, and we wish you all the best, obviously, with this work and what lies ahead.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good, thank you.